All right. So for your assignment this week, I'd like for you to create a level space composition as meant to see from a single viewpoint, so an image composition or a point of view composition. And you can use any combination of 3D modeling software, Maya, Max, if that's what you're using, or prototypes in Unity. It's really up to you. So, and as inspiration, I'd like you to go ahead and use this as the concept art. So these are two separate images from a game called Desperados, Wanted Dead or Alive, and it was a stealth-based real-time tactics game released back in 2001 on PC and Mac. I never played it myself, but as I was researching for this this course, I came across these amazing images from the game, and I found them really captivating from a level design perspective. These are, I want to dive in and run around these environments, and I mean they're so sort of juicy, full of possibility. Just really interesting shapes, and it's really fitting, I think, for our sort of steampunk cowboy character as well. So anyway, you could lean towards for your assignment more of kind of a simple, more natural sort of canyon, like as you can see on the left image, that doesn't have as many buildings. It has this really cool sort of bridge thing that might be a nice like focal point. Or you could lean more towards the one on the right, which has a lot more sort of built-in structures and stuff like that. That could be something really nice to play off of sort of compositional elements of sort of the natural versus the man-made. So a lot of times in games, like, the natural sort of kind of blends in and becomes like the background, the non-interactable parts, and sort of the human created elements have the affordance of being able to use, to walk on, and things like that. So they sort of pop out from the environment, and it's a nice way to sort of set the gameplay elements from sort of the background non-gameplay elements. So that's definitely something that I think I'm going to use in my example as I do this assignment myself here. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start with the new map.my file, which you can find in the My Assets Maps folder. And this is just this my file set up with some easy to use shaders, as I showed you in lesson 1. And I'm going to go ahead and save it into the CGMA folder where I keep my maps. You go ahead and save your stuff into the My Assets folder. As the instructor, I'm sort of saving in the CGMA folder. So I'm just going to save the Maya file here, week 4 assignment, and then head back to Unity real fast, find the new scene that has like the cowboy and stuff like that set up in it, and let's see, sorry, waiting for Unity to process that Maya file I just did. Sometimes it takes a little longer. Okay, there we go. So I duplicate that that scene, and I'm just going to drag it into week 4, call it W4 assignment. Double click on it to get started, and it should open up sort of the scene. And this plane with the blocks is using the default one, and I want to use my new one, so I'm going to go over here to week 4 on assignment and drag in. I know it looks exactly the same, but we'll make sure. Let's see, check on colliders. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're just going to zero it out, put it at the center of the world where the cowboy is. So let's see, go ahead and zero it out. There we go. All right, now our new scene is ready to go, and just to do a quick test, make sure that we are working with gas. Let's make that big. Okay, so now I've got my my Maya file, and I'm going to work directly from it and then save, and then we'll be able to see this in Unity. So everything is set up and get ready to go. So let's talk about the scene. So the technique I'm going to show you is actually something I used in Uncharted 4 that I use for sort of rough terrain, and I find it very flexible. So the idea is that using just straight up cubes and just kind of pressing them together, it gives me a lot of sort of flexibility about like the intricacies of like just little odd little shapes and stuff like that. And you can go back, and once you're pretty happy with the sort of masked out shape of things, you can slice bits off here and there, just to kind of smooth things out. And but this gives you a lot of control over exactly yeah, just kind of the rough shape. So let's see, I'm just gonna go ahead and color the ground, I guess, a different color so it just kind of stands out from the walls a little bit more.